LeBron, he's been in the news all week regarding the idea of the league-approved protest sayings for the back of the jerseys. He has decided not to go with it. Anthony Davis has followed suit. Some players, I think, we'll be hearing about in the next couple of days will also agree that it doesn't resonate with their own missions, much like LeBron said. I think we live not only in COVID times, but with obviously people starting to wake up to the racial divide, thanks to so many things, but to the unfortunate murder of George Floyd. What was your reaction? Because I feel like I've changed my thoughts on it. At first, I was like, well, that sounds like a cool thing to do, put them on the back of the jerseys. And then as I listened to LeBron, I thought, well, I don't want anything to be uniform right now. I think everyone should make their own personal choices. And I guess I'm just very confused. What are your thoughts on the jersey situation?
Well, I think that I do like the idea that guys have that opportunity to do it. I would have liked for them to admit certain things individually if they didn't see one of their quotes that they wanted on the 22 list. And I don't know if that's happened. I have to be careful of that. I'm not 100% sure. But I think that, this awareness, there are guys, like LeBron, he doesn't have to always wear something on the back of his jersey to get his political message ahead. But there are guys on his team that they do. They don't have the same reach socially and politically that he does. So this helps them get their message across. So I think it's both, and it's understandable. And no one is forced, or I don't think anyone's obligation ever is to jump in a cause. But you should be aware of it, and you should be able to say that. Let me say, I don't think your obligation is to start a cause. I think your obligation is to know what your cause is, and because we all don't have the same mental imagination to create programs. And so, you know what, man, I'd love to help kids, but I don't even know what to do. I hear guys say that all the time. All right, well, here's a program that you should do. You should research that. You do have an obligation to research it and figure out where do you want to land. Your job isn't to create the Boys and Girls Clubs of America. That's not your obligation. But
right.
You could seek it out and figure out, maybe I'll support that. That is an obligation.
Yeah, and you obviously played with Jordan and were friends with him, and he obviously had a different approach towards politics and social justice that has kind of come under scrutiny, and he's changed. It seems like he's making a bit of a 180 there. Have you been impressed as a fan watching LeBron become this sort of North Star for politics and social justice?
I just don't think we were in the same place that we're at. Mm-hmm. I don't think we're in the same place to compare what Michael or Muhammad Ali or even LeBron is doing, because they're all different. Like Muhammad Ali is the ultimate of what we're talking about. So I think that then to say, well, LeBron doesn't do what Muhammad Ali did, I think it's a different timing. And LeBron is great at using his social media platform, where if he tweets something right now, millions of people will know instantly. Where the news cycle is so different in the 90s. By the time it got back to the whole news cycle, it's not news anymore. It's not even news. It's like past. So it's a different environment. There are people who, even when Rodney King happened, it took weeks for people to even see the video. Like weeks.
Yeah.
People say, oh, I hadn't seen that yet. Like what? You hadn't seen the Rodney King? Because you have to wait for the 11 o'clock news to kind of show it again. So all day you don't have an opportunity to see it. Well, now that information is passed instantly around the world. That's why George Floyd, around the world there was protest. It wasn't protest just in America. So,
right.
They were all protesting injustice. So it's just a different environment that everyone lives in. Because imagine if Muhammad Ali, who was able to move the needle without any kind of social media, imagine if he lived in this era, the changes he could have made.
He talked like a Twitter account. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
It's crazy. I did want to ask what you expect to see. I mean, with these, hopefully, man, I don't know, even with breaking news just before we talked, but, with these games starting pretty soon, like, do you expect to see showing of protest? Is that what is going to become the norm for each game?
I think that the norm is no norm. There's no norm.
Right.
Norm is out of the window. because most of the norm that was there before, a lot of us really didn't like. We kind of were able to move in it and be successful in that norm, but didn't mean we liked it. So that, I think when I hear norm, an old norm, a new norm, I just feel that there is no norm. It is a collection of thought-provoking incidents that are now can be solution-based.